What is going on to you Aries out there? Hope y'all are having a great day. Let me just prop this up. Okay. You have the Hierophant, the Emperor, which is Aries, and the Knight of Cups. Right? So these three cards right here for you, Aries, speaks to how a lot of you very much so a lot of you Aries, honestly, I'm proud of you because, oh, by the way, before I begin, if anybody in New York City knows MMA and is watching this, then you like to practice or teach me, then meet up, practice some MMA and stuff like this, right? I can learn because I'm always trying to learn. Then you can contact me through the comment section below or my email address, Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com. And thank you, appreciate it. By the way, because I'm serious. All the stuff that I talk about, I'm serious. I want to learn MMA and among other things as well. Philippines, Arnes or Eskrima, stuff like that. Anyway, so for you, like I said before, Aries, I'm very proud of you because a lot of you are learning how to be very much so patient. Like insidiously patient. Because the Hierophant and the Emperor represents your willingness to now be way more patient compared to how you used to be. And I know that it seems to be a running joke about how, Aries doesn't know patience. Well, you don't. Well, when you're young, you don't, because you want to keep moving forward. You want to actually make sure that there's progress. You just don't want anything to be in the way. You want all the walls to be broken down, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing about it is that a lot of you are realizing that, that's what life is. Life is always not just going to let you get things easy peasy. Rarely does it just give you things that are easy peasy, right? So that's why it is that we should take the time out of our day to appreciate the things that does come easy or free to us, right? It reminds us to be more appreciative, because so it just seems like so many things has to be like got out of the mud. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here with that is the Knight of Cups, and you realize that relationships are no different, and that you're going to have to actually be very patient yourselves when it comes to getting to know a would-be partner, because not every, like I said, like I'm sure from experience, a lot of people be out here lying. A lot of people are caught up with games. A lot of people are not really ready to be in a functional, real relationship. They're not really ready. They're not equipped to be in one of those, right? Because in order to be in one of those, a person must go through a spiritual experience and make the conscious decision for them to actually want to be in a relationship in the first place. But they also have to, and because of that, if they're broken, they have to fix certain weaknesses that they have within themselves. And see, a lot of people are not really ready to address that shadow side, right? There's not a lot of shadow work actually happening here, right? This is why shadow work is so important. This is why shadow work is so important. And the thing is that the Seven of Swords and the Sun card right here speaks to how there's a lot of like people fronting to be healed, but they're not actually healing, right? They're dysfunctional, but they're still looking for someone else to be in a relationship with. And it's like, no, they have to really center themselves and build that inner confidence, build that clarity, because there's a lot of like faking out. There's a lot of people faking another person out and like really getting them messed up mentally, right? There's a lot of people who have this mentality of, oh, you thought I was feeling you. I don't even be paying attention to the lyrics of the song like that. But, oh, you thought I was feeling you. You know, I only access that through memory, right? Like short-term memory, because I don't even really care about. And a lot of you Aries just understand that, you know, you have to be very much so patient. You just have to, you know, you Aries are learning that, you know, to really be in a relationship with yourself when you're not in a relationship with another person. Now, granted, you're supposed to have that type of relationship and friendship and kinship with yourself, regardless of whether you're single or in a relationship. But there's even more of an emphasis. It's double the emphasis when you are single. And the reason for that is because, like I said before, you Aries realize spiritually that when you're getting to know some people, you realize they're not open. And there's and honestly, right, with no ego, I can say this humbly, the vast majority of the population on earth are not really ready for that. Because when you really pay attention to it, look at how and I've talked about this before, but I'm going to go into more deeper detail. Look how scared people actually get when it comes to being in a relationship, though. Because people don't want to say I love you. People mock or ridicule you when anyone who is honest, not just you, but anyone who's honest, trying to have a real relationship with somebody, they mock that. Like, what is up with that? You know, real talk. We need to really ask that question. What is actually up with that? What is going on with that? Like, what is this fascination to deter people from having a spiritual experience? What is that about? What is this invested interest in having people not want to be in love, not actually want to, like, what is that about? What is this invested interest on keeping people apart spiritually first, from this delusion of we're too different, to now separating them physically? You got to ridicule the person on both sides because of them wanting to be in love. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's exactly what it is that we're supposed to be doing. That's how families get started. Because again, I'm not going to be paying the bills of somebody that I don't care about. I'm talking about in a general sense. I'm not talking about in an act of one time off charity. I'm talking about consistently. I'm not going to be paying the bills of somebody that I don't love, you know, if I don't have an affinity for them. You understand what I'm saying? So love, in fact, does pay the bills, because why would I pay the bills for somebody that I really don't have that spiritual connection to? You understand what I'm saying? And it's the same thing that I'm talking about, that a lot of you Aries are just, you're gaining this deep insight about, like why, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? There's a lot of spiritual experience that's happening with a lot of you Aries. A lot of you Aries your Aries minds are very much so expanding in many different ways. And a lot of you Aries is taste and what you into and your personality and the things that you would be into years ago and may have been into up until the spiritual experience is beginning to change. Because a lot of you Aries are starting to become different people, right? Spiritual, you know, physically you still go by the same name and all that, but spiritually different people. The King of Wands and the Knight of Swords is about how you really questioning others. You're really questioning others. You're really challenging others to actually step outside their comfort zone and stop trying to fight against love and actually see if someone is brave enough to really be spiritually healed enough to really step into something that really is by definition chaotic, because love is chaos. Love is insanity. A lot of the times you go crazy. That's why it is that people say you going crazy with love. It's because love will have you doing things and doing extraordinary feats, doing amazing things that you never thought possible, based upon the love that you have for the person. You know what I'm saying? So love is a form of It's a spiritual experience. Love is a form of insanity. Love is chaos. You dig what I'm saying? Where anything can happen and there's a lot of possibilities. But this is why it is that I say that to get to that upper realm, this is why it is that I refer to the Kaaba and the clip-off tree. It's because if you talking about getting to the top of that tree, passing through the void, or da'ath, right? Da'ath, or whatever the case may be. That's what da'ath mean, or da'ath mean. It means, it's basically love. So if a person can't pass through that, that's how you get through the chaos. If you can't pass through that, a person is not gonna make it. They're not gonna become more spiritually enlightened. Their life is not gonna get better. Their life is gonna only stay, it's gonna stagnate and it's gonna stagnate or get worse. It's only gonna flatline at a certain level or just downgrade, because the person, why? Show and prove, because the person refuses to grow. So a lot of you Aries are going to be challenging some people, in the sense that when you meet people now, you're not gonna, like, a lot of you Aries aren't even gonna be surprised if the person decides that they want to chicken out. I'm telling you, a lot of people are really scared. And how I learned this is by peeping game in the first place. Like, how many people come online here, oh, I want generational wealth, I want to be in love, I want to be in a relationship, right? And then actually going out and looking for a significant other. Okay, I'm gonna fill you out. Okay, let's see. They don't make it. They don't make it. It's like, what you doing today? I'm finna get my day started. I'm gonna go ahead and make some money. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm finna, no matter how small it is, I'm gonna invest it anyway. So it's gonna compound. It's gonna grow bigger anyway. You dig what I'm saying? Then a month later, oh, you too stuffy. But this is what I'm talking about. I thought you said that you wanted to come in and dive with the sharks. I thought you wanted to swim with the sharks, though. I thought you was a real one, though. When it comes to handling that business, you Aries are going to see yourselves. And you Aries are going to kind of like look at it like it's almost comedy, how a lot of people will act like they're tough. And they're very good at getting one over on another person. Oh, I got this clothes, I got this, I got this, that, and the third. Let you start talking about something like love. Hey, but what about love, though? First, they'll ridicule you. Man, you Aries, y'all goofy, right? Then when you start making too much sense, well, I'm not gonna pay the rent of somebody that I don't love. Paying the rent for somebody out of the kindness of your heart is love. See, it becomes transactional when you paying the rent of somebody expecting the person to give up their body to you, because you now want to turn it into a situation where you obligating them to give it up to you by holding it over their head that you did this for them. That's when it's transactional. That's when there's a lack of love there. Then when you start making too much sense, Aries, watch. You're going to see what I'm talking. That's your next step. You're going to see how comical it is. The Six of Cups and the Knight of Wands speaks to, and you're going to see some exes come back. You Aries are going to see it. They're going to come back. They're going to try to get their foot back in the door. They're going to find out what's going on with y'all. Let's clarify the Six of Cups. Let's clarify the Six of Cups. When you got to crack your neck, you have the Knight of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Hierophant, the Chariot, the Six of Wands. The Knight of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Hierophant. A lot of you Aries are going to do something that a lot of people are not expecting, which is you Aries are going to actually give them what it is that they think that they want. You Aries are going to do the thing that is unexpected, or you should do something that's unexpected, which is to try to be in a relationship with them again. But pay attention. But I want you Aries to pay attention to how weak, how strong they come off, and how weak they start to slowly become and drift off, and how comical it gets because of the fact that they're not really, they are chicken squats when it comes to love. Oh, I want love. I want generational wealth. Okay, let's actually do it for real. Let's do it. We're not gonna stop at the ledge. No, I'm gonna grab you. I got a parachute, and we're really gonna jump out of this plane. Then you gonna stop. You Aries are gonna see what I'm talking about. How people are scared as a mug. They can gang bang and do all this other stuff. Yeah. I done went to prison for 10 years straight, son. Know what I'm saying, son? Getting New York up with you, son. Soon as love comes up, let's be in a real relationship. Oh! The Chariot and the Six of Wands. Then what happens? When you Aries see how scared these people are, you just ghost them. That's what you do.